All right, so today, another thing I thought might be kind of fun is for us to pick up where we left off with series of unfortunate events. I always leave you guys at a cliffhanger, so I figured it might be nice for us to go ahead and pick up where we left off. I today will be reading so that you can see what I read. Another day I will try just reading so you can see my face. Let me know what you prefer. This is mostly for your enjoyment. So, without further delay, let's go ahead and get started. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Violet went to listen at the kitchen door, trying to catch what the adults were saying. As I'm sure you know, the key to good eavesdropping is not getting caught. And while Violet moved as quietly as she could, trying not to step on any creaky parts of the floor, when she reached the door of the kitchen, she took her hair ribbon out of her pocket and dropped it on the floor. So if anyone opened the door, she could claim that she was kneeling down to pick it up, rather than to eavesdrop. This was a trick she had learned when she was very small, when she would listen at her parents' bedroom door to hear what they might be planning for her birthday. And like all good tricks, it still worked. But Mr. Poe, if Stefano rides with me in my car and you drive Dr. Montgomery's Jeep, Dr. Lucafont was saying, then how will you know the way? I see your point, Mr. Poe said, but I don't think Sonny will be willing to sit on Dr. Montgomery's lap if he's dead. We'll have to work out another way. I got it, Stefano said. I will drive the children in Dr. Lucafont's car, and Dr. Lucafont could go with you, and Dr. Montgomery can. I will drive the children in Dr. Lucafont's car, and Dr. Lucafont can go with you, and Dr. Montgomery in Dr. Montgomery's Jeep. I'm afraid that won't work, Dr. Lucafont said gravely. The city laws won't allow anyone else to drive in my car. And we haven't even discussed the issue of the children's luggage, Mr. Poe said. Violet stood up, having heard enough to know that she had enough time to go up to Stefano's room. Quietly, Violet walked up the staircase and down the hallway towards Stefano's door, where he had sat holding the knife that fearsome night. When she reached his door, Violet stopped. It was amazing, she thought, how everything having to do with Count Olaf was frightening. He was such a terrible person that merely the sight of his bedroom door could get her heart pounding. Violet found herself half hoping that Stefano would bound up the stairs and stop her, just so she wouldn't have to open this door and go into the room where he slept. But then Violet thought of her own safety and the safety of her two siblings. If one's safety isn't threatened, one often finds courage. One didn't know what had, and the eldest Baudelaire found she could be brave enough to open the door. Her shoulders still aching from the car collision, Violet turned the brass handle of the door and walked inside. The room, as Violet suspected, was a dirty mess. The bed was unmade and had cracker crumbs and bits of catalogs and bits of hair all over it. Discarded newspapers and mail order catalogs lay on the floor in untidy piles. On top of the dresser was a small assortment of half-empty wine bottles. The closet door was open, revealing a bunch of rusty wire coat hangers that shivered in the drafty room. The curtains were over the windows were all bunched up and encrusted with something flaky. And as Violet drew closer, she realized with a faint horror that Stefano had blown his own nose on them. All right, y'all. Let me know what you think of this, if you would like me to keep going with this, or if you think maybe it'd be better to be on Epic or something else of your choice. Have a wonderful afternoon.